think we're going. I'm just gonna go straight for it. I'm gonna check this real quick. Always gotta check if the audio's working because I'm testing a new setups here. Wow, the sun is going down quick. Let's see if this is gonna roll. Oh, I should have plugged in my Ethernet. Are we going? Hello. Sometimes I don't know if this is really gonna work. Are we going? Hello. Oh shit. Sometimes I don't know if this is really gonna work. It's working. Oh. Okay. Anyways. Get these headphones on. Why doesn't my mouse work? Oop. Okay. Have a new idea, which is going through. I do a weekly blog video update, and I'm thinking about going through and just like reading through it and talking about the stuff on there and sharing the new stuff. So it's just a test. So I think there's some interesting stuff this week. So I want to try it, and I want to make sure this is still going. Hello. Oh shit. Okay, cool. Oh, that's why it's coming out of those speakers. Okay, sorry. Anyways, my apologies. All right, let me share this. Wow. Okay. So, this, I've been basically off social media for about 6 months. So, I did an update video, which is here. But you can go see that on my channel, easy peasy. But I also was sharing that on my blog, like one of my first posts I did a year ago was like an annual reflection. And then this year's annual reflection that I just did is my most viewed post. So DannySway.substack.com if you want to check that out. And then you can sign up and you'll get these emails. And it's free. On another note, I had 2 firsts this week, which was acupuncture and Thai massage. With the acupuncture, I'm going to actually do its own video because it was interesting. It's like traditional Chinese medicine, and it was, first off, the lady's like taking my pulse, and she's just like, your liver's cooked, and telling me all this stuff about me from apparently just my pulse, so I was kind of skeptical. But anyways, they have this whole interesting philosophy of like the body's comprised of these elements, and they all interact with each other, and the way she was explaining causality was very interesting to me, and I didn't necessarily buy it, but you know, I went because I sweat so much, and I've heard that it can make you sweat less if you get the acupuncture. So she was explaining to me like one of the elements of the body is metal, which is your lungs and your skin and stuff. Because your skin, like, you know, the pores dilate and your skin breathes like your lungs. Well, fire is one too, and so she's like, if you're too hot, which can be caused by a lot of things, but a lot of it's diet related and other things, then it melts the metal and then you're sweating, and like, so there's this really interesting, and she said, you know, if you eat too much dark greens, like one of the elements is also wood, right? So, and she's like, dark greens are the wood element, and the wood feeds the fire, then the fire melts the metal and then you sweat. So don't eat too much dark greens every day. Which I was like, I didn't buy a lot of it, if I'm being honest, but it was interesting. And then, dude, so she does the acupuncture. I start on my back, and she just is filling me with freaking needles, dude, all in my neck and in my head and all full on, dude. And it hurt, dude. Like, some of them didn't hurt that bad, but some of them hurt. And she was just poking spots too, poke, like trying to find the spot and then just stick one in. And then she just left me for like 35 minutes. She's like, hey, I'll be back in 35 minutes, and gave me a little clicker if I need anything. And that was really uncomfortable, just sitting there full of needles, so vulnerable. I don't like it. And then they did the back, same thing, 20 minutes, and then side, 2 minutes, other side, 2 minutes. So all in all, it was probably there for like 2 hours. It was like $35 too, which is crazy, but I don't know if I'll go again. I'm contemplating it currently, but like I said, I'm going to do a whole video on that, and so we'll see what it is. But then the other thing was the Thai massage, because I've been having such crazy neck and back things. So the condo like next to us has a massage place in it, and they do a office syndrome package. So I was like, let's run it, and I went in, and it was an hour and a half. And it's interesting because like the massage beds are like on the ground basically, and there's like just little stalls with curtains. There's a bunch of other people getting massages, and then you just have a pillow. It's not like the thing you put your face in, which I didn't like because like I felt like I was like my neck hurt and I kept having to move this way and that way, and it just wasn't that comfortable. But the thing is, homegirl just starts walking on me with her knees, and she's ripping my shit with her elbows and her knees and pulling my arms and like doing all this crazy shit. But it was fire at the end of the day. Like she really got in there and like roasted all the knots and everything. So I would say all in all, it was pretty good. I guess I could switch to this. Well, that's probably all I'll say about it. But okay, I'm gonna switch back to this though. So the other thing on my email is this little ethical dilemma where I had this week, where in the morning I go down to the Tao bin, which is like a coffee vending machine, and I get an espresso, and well, I put in a bill, and then I was supposed to get like 6 of the coins back. Well, I reach in to get my coins, and it's full of coins. Like there was like probably 15 or 20 coins in there, and you know it's like a week of free coffee. So I was like, yes. So I had this big handful of coins, but then all of a sudden I was like, I don't know if you should take it because it's not yours. Like maybe someone will come back and get it, and it just felt bad, and I was like, huh. So I contemplated it for like a little bit, but then I just took what I was owed, and put the rest back in. But I've been thinking about it all week, and I'm like, is that fair game or not? Like, you know, it's kind of like finding money on the street, but like a little different. And the funny thing is, I've found change in there before, like extra change, and just taken it and not even thought. I just grab all the change, and I'm like, oh, that's probably more than I had. You know, extra coin or two, whatever, and just never even had a thought about it. But this was enough coins that I was like, I can't take all these coins. So I put it back. But it is an interesting conundrum. You know, and I was just wondering like what you would do if it was you, if you would take them or not. Because I was trying to compare it to finding money on the street. Like if you just find money on the street, you know, it's free game basically. But like maybe you should look around and see whose it might be. You know, like imagine you find $100 bill, and then you look up ahead and you see a guy or someone drop another $100 bill out their pocket, and you go, oh, it's that guy's. And then you'd be like, hey, you dropped your money. You know? So it's like, it's just weird. I don't know what the right answer is. And it's not even that big of a deal, but it's just funny. It gave me pause, and then I like kept thinking about it. You know. But, oh, baby, my neck. I need to go back to the massage. Let's see what else we got here. You know what's funny is I did my social media update video, and then I went live and like talked about what I thought of the video, because I feel like I left some stuff out in the format and everything. And I talked about a bunch of other stuff, but the interesting thing is like I want to start filming without notes and just like uncut and just film a full thing. But I find that if I don't have like notes or a guide, then I forget some of the can't talk today. I forget some of the things that I wanted to say, and then when I watch it back, I'm like, I wish I would have said that. But I also don't want to spend so much time on videos, and I don't want there to be a big barrier for me to create a video. Like it's so easy to just put on the camera and just go, rather than like do notes and think about it and collect everything. And I find that the more process is involved, the more it deters me from even creating videos at all. So I think what I'll probably do is some videos I'll be like, okay, I need to actually put this together and like think about it and edit it and do it. And then some videos I'll just go stream of consciousness based on the topic and have to just kind of figure it out that way. It's probably what'll end up happening. But the audio on that video was pretty bad, so hopefully this is a lot better audio. I think there was some noise, so I'll edit it again later. But okay, this is a fun thing. Whoa, This is a fun thing I do on my blog. I do what I'm wondering about. So I have different sections. Like, I'll show you here. I have like new from me. So anything that's new for me. And then I do what I'm wondering about. So I'm constantly searching stuff on Perplexity. And so I just go back through my week and just like put any interesting ones on here. So this week I was searching, did P. Diddy go to jail? Which he did. He's in fact in jail. I didn't follow that thing very closely, but I was talking to this girl about it, and she's like, he's in jail. And I was like, what? You went to jail? So all kinds of rough charges, dude. It's just, the thing that stuck out to me is like, apparently he's just been doing all that stuff for years and years, and like, it's weird that it takes so long to like get him. And it's like, everyone's kind of known. So that's what's weird. Bitcoin crashing. I actually want to look at this one because it's going down. Like, your boy's down about $10,000 this week, which is not that crazy for me because I've been through the roller coaster, so I'm not tripping that much. But it hurts when you look and you go, oh. But anyways, so a lot of outflows from, in general, people selling, Bitcoin options expiring. Bybit hack, major security breach at the Bybit exchange, freaked people out. Trump's tariffs. Trump announced tariffs with Canada and Mexico, creating uncertainty. Macroeconomic concerns. Broader market weakness have impacted the price, or fears about the market weakness. I feel it. Hey, what goes up must come down. It's nothing we're not used to. It'll come back, I bet. What is at the very top of the Burj Khalifa? It's just an observation deck lounge thing, and I think it costs about $200 to go up. Well, the actual spire is apparently full of equipment and communications equipment, but like as far as you can go up, it's like a lounge thing. So that's kind of interesting. I didn't know. I thought maybe it was like some kind of penthouse or something cool, but which, imagine, dude, if it was a penthouse. Like, imagine if it was like an apartment, and there's some dude that just lives at the highest freaking place on the planet, building at the top. Like, you're at the top of all the buildings, you're living at the very top. Like, that would be crazy. But yeah, anyways, and then I talked about on my last live stream this book I'm reading called Mind Shift by Erwin McManus, and I'm loving it. But I've watched some interviews of him, and he just says some stuff that I'm like, is that legit? So anyways, I asked Perplexity if his claims are credible, and it says he has some biblical takes that are contested, but other than that, he hasn't been caught in a big lie about his personal life or his stories. And I think to a certain degree, he maybe just embellishes stuff or like whatever. Some of the stuff he says is kind of contradictory, and like it just gets a little weird. So I was curious, but it checks out on Perplexity, but I'm not saying it's fully good. Anyways, been listening to this Ben Rector song this week. This is another section, what I'm listening to. I do what I'm listening to and what I'm reading or what I'm watching. If I'm watching a movie that week, or if I'm reading a new book, I'll put it here. But this one, dude, I'll just be honest with you. This song's about kind of looking back at your life and just thinking about what you've been through and that you've had a good life and gratitude for it, kind of. And it's a very heartfelt song, very nice, kind of soft, kind of pop song. But so I'm sitting up here. I go up here in the mornings, right, to the condo, and this whole area in the morning is dark, and like I sit right there in this chair and watch the sunrise and drink my coffee, and the whole area is all to myself. If you look at this is if you go all the way down here, this is where that room is. But it's just me up here by myself, like every day, it's crazy vibe. I feel like a billionaire in there. It's really cool. But anyways, I sit there and I'll listen to music, and I was listening to that, and I'll be honest, I shed a little tear. It was very emotional, and just the beauty of the place I was in, the city, just being alone in this massive like luxury space like that, and feeling so lucky and like high up. It was just a really interesting amalgamation of emotions and I don't know. I just shed a tear. I'm not gonna lie, shed a little tear, and a happy tear. But it was very, very cool experience. I feel so lucky to be able to have experiences like that because it's like they feel so full. It's like in each moment of life, it's like how much is crammed into that moment, and those moments feel very long, like timeless, and they feel full. It's just like my whole psyche and my consciousness and my contentment and everything is just full at that moment, and it feels very good. So then the last thing I do each week is a photo dump. So this is me at Katsuya with Gigabyte, and this was $18 for all this. So I got the cheese, chicken, rice, we got pork, and they have this really sweet Japanese barbecue sauce soup. We got cheese sticks, which are freaking dank, bro. The breading here is insane. And then we got a salad, and I got some gyozas. So being able to eat like that for $18 is fire. This is my Dragon Ball Z hair, which happened. I just went like that, and then I was looking in the mirror, and I was like, holy crap, look at that. Looks like anime hair, like so good. Like it just, the way this curves into spikes like this, it's interesting that it did that. Anyways, funny. This is the condo. Very nice. This is the gym right here where I work out. Funny meme my friend sent me. I love it. This is Gigabyte with her new necklace, her gold butterfly necklace, which I just ordered some new chains from China to come to this condo because I was showing my mom the new ones, and like the original ones had box chains, and then these are the new chains, and she's like, that's kind of a boy chain, and she's like, girls like the thin dainty chain. So I was like, frick, you're right. So anyways, this chain isn't bad, but I ordered a couple samples of like new chains, and I'm going to test them out, and then I'm going to order the bulk and ship it back to Washington. Anyways, those necklaces, not these ones, but the ones with the box chains are available on DannySway.com along with other merch, so know that. Grandpa Lonnie, 82, baby, or 81. 80 something, I think 82. So happy birthday, Grandpa Lonnie. You're a legend. Still going strong. Love you. This is a screen cap from my upcoming music video, Sunrise. Which maybe I'll play it for you at the end of this. It's freaking cool. I've been working really hard on it, and it's really fun. And then lastly, I had this funny Hinge interaction that made me laugh. This chick was a lawyer, and it said Christian in her thing, so I was like, cute Christian lawyer? Jeez. I saw online that if you put a comment with you're like 90% more likely to get a match, so I've been doing that. Anyways, she's like, you're very cute yourself. And I said, thanks, not a lawyer or a Christian, though. And she said, no other redeeming qualities? And I said, absolutely shred at the drums. Which I do. And then that's it. So that's the end of my thing. So that's my weekly update. If you would like to get the weekly updates, I'll put a link in the description here, but you just go to dannyswade.substack.com right here. And it's easy. You just put in your email and you'll get the updates in your inbox each week, and it's free $99. And then I also do posts. So like if you look here, I guess we'll just go to my page. I do like bigger posts. So this is like a post about my time in Bali. I do some poems and creative writing. I do posts explaining my song. And then this is my mental health journey, all kinds of different things, but that's what I do. And then I love it. It's very fun, very rewarding, and so far people have liked it. And I'm almost to 1,000 subscribers, I think. Error loading. What are you talking about? Oh, I need to put my Wi-Fi speed picture on here. I must have not sent that one. Yeah, this condo had the slow Wi-Fi. I was saying this on my last live, but it was like probably 2 megabytes, 3 megabytes a second. Couldn't use it, basically. So the host was like, okay, go get the SIM card and I'll pay you back. So I get the SIM card, just still slow, doesn't work. So he installed this fiber optic thing that goes throughout the building, but he got the box for it. And now it's like, it's bananas. Like, dude, watch this. We'll see how it's doing right now. But if I'm hardwired in, it's freaking 700, 500 megabytes a second. So let's see what I'm getting while I'm live streaming. Yeah, 500, dude. Talk to me, baby. That's what's up. That's the fastest Wi-Fi I've ever had in my life. It's freaking awesome, dude. I upload videos just like zoot and download videos zoot. So quick. It's like lightning speed fiber optic 10. So that's good shit. Thank you for that. Anyways, it's getting dark. Is there anything else? Living alone. Not bad. Liking it so far. It does get a little weird at night. Sometimes at night I'm like, little lonely here. But not bad. And my mornings my mornings are fire, and then it kind of tapers off throughout the day. I try to be productive, but I've been really tired and energy levels are low, I think, just from adjusting still, but definitely can't complain. Woo! I signed up for this thing called Time Left, and it's like, it's kind of like Tinder for friends, but it's dinner. So like you fill out your thing, and then they just pair you with a bunch of random people for a dinner. So you get like 6 people or whoever, and they don't tell you where you're going or who it's with till the day of, which it's on Wednesday. And then, yeah, you just have dinner with some strangers. But I'm so introverted. Like, I'm already basically not leaving the condo. So I was like, I'll die if I don't go see some people or be around some people or something. So that's that. And I'll let you know how it goes. I'll report back. Anything else? Oh yeah, my music video. I'll show you. Let me get this. Get the demo. So what you gotta know about this is that it is not done. I'm working on it. It has problems and it has issues and it has. Yeah, it's just not fully dialed. So I'm working on it, but you get the sneak peek right now. You lucky dogs. Oh shit. How do I... What happened? Something strange has happened here. Exports. Demo. Video demo. Where are you? Here you are. Okay.
Yeah, it's nice, but it wasn't enough, he said.
I'm gonna put the audio out of here. Monitor. Here we go. Okay. I think this will be okay. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's nice, but it wasn't enough, he said. Yeah, it's nice, but it just wasn't enough in his head. Yeah, it's nice, but it wasn't enough, he said. Yeah, it's nice, but it just wasn't enough in his head. Fear.
So it turns out that the audio, I guess, for just pipes straight through to you. So that's cool. So sorry, we're going to start it again. Sorry about that. Here we go. Feature, go.
Yeah, it's nice, but it wasn't enough, he said. Yeah, it's nice, but it just wasn't enough in his head. Fear the past in my 20s, going 6'5", lying in my king size, wide-eyed, think I'm going nowhere fast. No. Line of sight, shooting past the good times. I forgot about the moment and I waste time thinking that this won't last. Oh. Look at the sunrise. Look at the clouds. If the night sky wasn't enough, but how about now? Just look at the ocean waves. Look at the trees. Remember the way you feel when you're with me. Sometimes it can take a bright light, trying to get my mind see the path I should follow, and the way the sky would open up and burn the night out of mine. Wake up. Look at the sunrise. Look at the trees. Yeah. If you need somebody to love, well, how about me? How about me? How about it? Just look up. Look at the sunrise. Look at all. Yeah. Just look at the sunrise. Look at the sun. Look at it.
Red, cutting the throat, bones back. And then you see it. See what? White swift. And a swift sunrise.
Wow. So that's that. Very excited. That's a freaking banger in my opinion. That's very cool. It's gonna be very good. I'm excited. Not to toot my own horn, but it's pretty sick. I can't deny it. Can't deny that it's dope. Okay. I think that's gonna be everything. I'm just realizing that I think I'm gonna put this link into my blog post and say, hey, if you want to follow along with me with the update, there's a live video. We'll see though. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you're watching, appreciate you. Check me out on DannySway.com. Sign up for my email. And subscribe and like and subscribe. And check out my music on Spotify, Danny Swade. 1, 2, 3, go.